Hi, everybody. Let's just give it a minute here. Let everybody join. Anybody stressing? If you're stressing, you didn't tune into last week's workshop, but it's available right here. You can watch the playback. Okay, I'm in a little hydration station, which is a tip I have been touting now on all these webinars. Guys, whether it's the bubbles or regular water or some sort of electrolyte water, start hydrating now. Okay. I'm partial to the passion fruit LaCroix, but that's just me. Anyway, let's get started now that you're here. Thriving Through Thanksgiving, our last workshop leading up to the big holiday next week. Today's edition is Eating for Energy, the travel edition. We know you guys are braving planes, trains, and automobiles. Let's make sure you are prepared to do so. Okay. Welcome to the last of my 3 workshops teaching you strategies on how to be energized through Thanksgiving. I am so happy you're here. A little bit of housekeeping before we really dive in. Sure, my business is built on word of mouth only, no other advertising or any sort of marketing. It just, if you like it, share it. I appreciate it and I appreciate you. Email and devices, I won't keep you here for too long, so shut down your email, shut down your phone. Yes, if you're a parent and you need to have your phone on you, it's okay, but just like no Instagram right now, no TikTok. Cool. Save that for after and follow me at Syrup Coaching on all channels. Anyway, this is a Thanksgiving series. It's the last of the 3 that I've been doing leading up to Thanksgiving, but all are on my social channels, so you can tune into absolutely all of them and watch them later and still benefit even if you miss them live. Last point here, if you stay to the end, we have a brand new free giveaway for everyone who is here today during the live session. Cool? Let's do it. So first things first, I'm your coach, Shannon. Yes, I do have a cold today. Yay. Thanks, kiddos. But I will try to not lose my voice, but it may take some water breaks, which is why you see my bubbly water right here. Anyway, I spent the last 20 years in food and tech marketing, working for some of the biggest brands in the world, developing their brand strategy, where they want to go, how they launch their new products. It was really awesome, but I always had the heartstrings to do something else. Pulled at my heartstrings more than anything else. It was to do something different, use what I took and learned from and excelled in over those years and really built something for myself. I coached on the side for a number of years to see, like, is this what I want to do? And then I did it and never looked back. I'm also a certified nutritionist, a home cook. I don't make pretty meals for the gram. I make meals that are good for your heart and your brain and your body. Really, truly nourishing stuff. I'm a research junkie. Anything I talk about on any platform, newsletter, podcast, social media, it's all research backed. It's not just like coming out of left field of like, I read this on Goop. I'm a big Goopy, so no shame there. But it's just not coming out of left field, or it's not coming out based on an article I read. It's really what I know and what I learn about, I want to share with you and, not mislead you, keep you in that right direction. I'm a mom of 3 under 6. Yep. It's busy and it's crazy. Hence this cold I've got is from them, but they're awesome. So what are we here to talk about today? Not me, you. And specifically today around eating for energy, my tried and true method that I work with my one-on-one clients and corporate clients about as well. How to change what you eat. It's 100% in your control and build more energy naturally. So eating for energy, the travel edition, because we all know that holidays are super exciting, but they're also stressful, especially when it comes to traveling. And I know I know 4 of you on this call right now are traveling. Anybody else? Raise your hand, put in the comments. Yeah, a lot of traveling. I'm traveling across the street. It's still a road trip, right? But anyway, like, let's make this travel time so much less stressful. When I was in my corporate career, I traveled all the time. I was always on a plane, and my husband would always make fun of me for what I would bring. But if there was a flight delay or you know, anything that to happen, like a flight get canceled and you're stuck somewhere in the airport and like the terminal's closed, or maybe it's too early or too late, like there are ways to make sure you are prepared, so you are always building your energy and not like on empty while traveling. So today I'm here to teach you about a couple of things. Today you're going to learn about why it's important to pre-plan these meals and snacks while traveling. Yeah, you don't want to be stuck in Chicago at 5 a.m. in the winter with nowhere to go. You want to have some stuff in your bag just in case. Just saying, from maybe some personal experiences. 2 meal and snack ideas for trains, planes, and automobiles. What to take when and where. What to order at a restaurant, coffee shop, or gas station. You're traveling, you're going to be eating on the go and grabbing on the go. And then 4, the super easy smoothie recipe you can get anywhere you are traveling these days, or make to have before you're traveling. Kind of giving me all the feels this season. So, pre-planning. This is the number one thing you could do, and I cannot say it enough. You are meal planning for Thanksgiving, pre-plan for your travel. So, I laugh here because on the next section, I'm going to get into this, a personal story, but it's a little bit relevant here too, of like when I first started traveling with my husband, but when we were dating and, kind of going on trips in the US and all over the world, like I would plan out everything we were going to eat, like the whole day. And he would think I was an insane person. But who would be looking in my bag and like trying to poke in and saying like, "Oh, what do you have in there?" Him. So I would always pack enough food for both of us. So I would say, okay, we live in Los Angeles. It's going to take an hour, presumably, to get to the airport. We're going to have lunch before. And also, like, let's be even more hyper specific. Let me back up a second. We'd always take this flight to visit his family in New York. We'd take the 10 a.m. Virgin America when they were still an airline. It's Alaska Air now. We would take that 10 a.m. flight, and then we would go get to the city at like 3, and then you'd probably get to your hotel and everything settled like 6. So you'd eat breakfast, but you're hungry in an airport. You're smelling that food and you're like seeing all the yummy, delicious snacks. So you need like a pre-flight snack as well. And then like probably a coffee or a tea or something to take like on the plane, and a large bottle of water. And that gets you through a little bit, but you're just sitting there and you're sitting there for 6 hours on that flight. You need to have like, what is your lunch going to be? What's your snack and what's your sweet treat? You're always hydrating through that plane ride. And then when you get to the airport at JFK, there's like lots of delicious yummies when you get off, but like bypass those and make sure you have a snack in your bag for your ride into the city. So it's just like mapping that out of, here's your timetable for travel. Here's the increments where you're going to get tempted. And here's the increments where that you're going to be bored, and sort of pre-planning and making sure that you have what you need or that you can get it at the airport, to make sure that you are not just like, give me all the Cheez-Its, give me all the pretzels, give me all the chocolate, because you're going to have those hunger moments throughout. I actually like to eat a little bit lighter on travel days because we're usually traveling to a place where like there's a destination. We're going to see family. We're going to go someplace where the cuisine is awesome. So I use my ABS model, always be snacking, because that is like the go-to for my life, really, because snacks are the best food group. But anyway, always be snacking is like you have your like 6 mini meals in a day, and you just, you have something that is going to hit all the right notes: soft, sweet, is savory, and then protein to kind of fill you up. But you make sure you have all of those built into all of the snacks. So they're like a complete snack, and you're having those with you too. So, meal ideas of what to eat and when, and this is where it kind of makes me giggle still to this day. Years ago, I saw on Instagram or Facebook or whatever was the popular platform of the day, someone having these plain salads where they would literally take like a giant clear plastic cup from Starbucks, like ask them for water or something, and they would have this cup and they would like fill it with a salad and take it on the plane. So I started doing that, and it was awesome, but it was like also this like hysterical thing you like bring out of your bag. I still get made fun of to this day for doing it and always joke around like I'm taking a plain salad with me. But they work, and you just like fill it with what you need, like the lettuces and the crunchy stuff first, because those are going to be like hold up the best. I take a little napkin and separate any protein or cheese, or if there's fruit or like a watery veggie, to kind of like have a barrier. And then just like a little, you can even put it in a Ziploc bag, like some salad dressing that you make, olive oil, lemon juice, a little balsamic and salt. And then you can put it in that plastic bag and you can kind of like mash it up so it mixes together, and throw it on there and like put the plastic cup lid back on and like shake it. And it's like, it's not a martini, but it is a plain salad that will be an easy to transport meal and go through TSA. One other important thing while traveling is to have protein plus another thing, whether it's protein and fat, protein and carb, ideally all of those things together, but making sure that you are sort of rounding out any of your meals or snacks. It's not just like too much of one thing. Like you want to have as balanced as possible, so you're going to be satiated for as long as you can. Another thing are like the sweet swaps, because it's so tempting to go through an airport and like think you need caramel corn or a donut or a really like sugary sweet coffee, pumpkin spice latte or frappuccino, or any of those kind of seasonal beverages. Those are great to have, and if you want to have that treat, like go have it. But you can have a chocolate covered pretzel or a yogurt chocolate covered pretzel, instead of having a candy bar. It kind of gives you that crunch and satiates that sweetness. I know fruit is not always the most exciting, but like if you have a banana and peanut butter or apple and peanut butter, that is quite delicious and filling. It's so hard to turn out like those muffins and everything. You're getting coffee, and why don't I have this? But opt for something a little bit more plain. Like if you want to still have something substantial, like I say go for the bagel on cream cheese or bagel on peanut butter, because it's giving you the protein you need, and it's a good pair with a coffee or tea, but it's not like going all in, because like hopefully your destination is the place where you're going to go all in, and it's like giving you a reminder of like, okay, well, I don't really need this right now, but because I'm going to have it later. So what to order from restaurants to gas stations, like everything in between, because I think this is where we get stuck. Like, I don't know about you, but when I'm at a gas station, I want to buy lotto tickets. 1, 2, everything at like the checkout seems like wonderful and fascinating. Like, I haven't had this candy bar in so long, or this store actually carries $100,000, which is the ultimate candy bar, but you can't find everywhere. But anyway, like there's a lot of distractions is what I'm trying to say here. And we have to narrow it into what you actually need. So picking up food at a restaurant, like I mentioned before, like you're looking for that protein plus, is it a grilled chicken plus broccoli plus rice? Is it a pasta, but filled with either like some fish for protein, or like a meaty sauce and then a salad. How you sort of like look at the menu and like balance out your plate. Like, you don't need to have the bread basket if you're going to have a bowl of pasta, but let's say you're just having some soup, then like, please have the bread basket. I'd like you to fill up a little bit. The airport newsstand, this is where a majority of us get into trouble because everything is like sort of by the cash wrap, similar to a gas station. But, even in a section where it's like, this is healthy, just beware of any of like the marketing claims, like pointing you to the direction of something that is quote unquote healthy. Working in the industry so long, it's not exactly true sometimes. Most of the time, if you see that marketing copy. So, use your own judgment. Look at the back, like the label on everything, and like, this is my easy guide here. If it has high sugar content, make sure there's fiber in it. If it has no fiber in it, do not eat it. Something that is higher in fiber actually mitigates a little bit of the sugar in packaged goods products, and it makes it a little bit easier to digest, so it's not just like going through your system really, really quick. And then there is yogurt and fruit cups and hummus, and many airports now have like fresh cut veggies. If you are buying a prepackaged like granola yogurt parfait, like chuck the granola. It's really not that good for you. I'd rather you have like Cheerios on the side. And speaking of that, like a lot of the kid food is actually pretty good these days, especially stuff you can get on the go, because parents have that guilt feeling of like, I gotta feed my kids well while traveling. And sometimes looking in the kids section is a great hot tip of where to get some healthy food at an airport or train station or wherever you're roaming. Coffee shop is where we get into trouble with the drink order. And then like, let me add this on the side. Think of like, what time of day is it? Or do you need to have just like a quick snack? Are you ordering a beverage that's going to fill you up completely? If you're ordering just a black coffee and it's lunchtime, like, is there a sandwich? Is there like a dip situation with veggies you can have? Is there a nut mix? If you are looking for like more of a meal, like I would order 2 of the Starbucks oatmeals and don't put any of the stuff in it except for the nuts. That is, if you're not allergic. And travel with a packet of like a little like collagen protein powder and mix that in. Super, super easy way to get like a very fulfilling breakfast. And I'm pretty sure, don't quote me here, but I'm pretty sure most of the coffee shops that serve oatmeal as an option in an airport or a regular coffee shop have oatmeal all the time. Or maybe it's something you can just ask for because they've got a large supply of oatmeal in the back. At a gas station, this is where you're like probably spending the least amount of time looking for food. Like, please don't order a meal there, but if you need to have a coffee or you need to get hydrated and like need something like a nut pack or a very high protein granola bar, again with the fiber, go for it there. Most meals can't really be built at a gas station in this country. If you're in Japan, totally different story. But a gas station is like, think of it like your car. You're going there to fill up your car so you can keep going. You're filling it up with that fuel. Same thing like a gas station. You're literally like filling yourself up with liquids to keep going to the next thing, to make it through the next meal, next part of your journey, etc. So the secret smoothie that is like really giving me life this holiday season is one that like you don't typically think of these flavors this time of year. But Brazil is near and dear to our hearts in our household, and we have a ton of acai. We have bowls, we put in smoothies, we have like a acai sorbet in the freezer. It's just something that is a superfood itself, and something we try to get a lot of, especially during this cold and flu season. So first off is like Acai base can be pretty much found anywhere. Like any grocery store has it in their freezer, and they're just like little smoothie packs. They come in bowls sometimes. They come in like squeezable packs sometimes. You can make your own acai bowl by just having that itself and then putting toppings on it. But if you want to make it a little bit like more proteiny, more into a smoothie form, you can blend it in a blender with Greek yogurt. It'll still be quite thick. You can eat it with a spoon. But if you take almond milk or regular milk, if you want a thinner consistency, and like add a cup of that, and then add what you would normally put on top of a smoothie bowl into the blender, that's a perfect way to make sure that you get all that good acai in you, and you can have it on the go. Like, just take it with you in the car. Perfect for starting the day in a road trip. Perfect for having right before you get on a plane if you're like an early morning flight. It just really hydrates you, gets all those great vitamins in you, and preps you for a day of eating for energy on the go. So at Syrup Coaching, my company, I focus on this all the time. I really work with clients who are just so busy. They're busy people, and they're just looking for easy to implement strategies to get their energy back. So whether they are parents or working professionals or entrepreneurs who like never take a day off, I work with them to change up what they eat, some lifestyle changes, and really like boost their energy right away. So I hope I was able to talk a little bit today about what I do, but really like give you all sorts of new ideas to really fuel your travel and so you can eat for energy all Thanksgiving, the day of, yes, but most importantly, your travels too. There to your Thanksgiving and back home. So if you want to chat more, let's do it. Let's grab coffee. Besides my bubbly water, I've got coffee here too. My name, again, is Shannon, and email me at shannon@thisissyrup.com. Follow me on social at Syrup Coaching. See me embarrass myself in some TikToks, that whole thing. I want to say attend the next workshop, but that's typo. Sorry, this is the last one, but you can revisit all of them. They're all on my social channels, on my YouTube, and you can check them all out and learn everything about the stress management and sort of like finding moments for yourself during Thanksgiving season. All super important things that carry on beyond just that day, that really you can use in your day-to-day. So, giveaway time. So, for those who are traveling, I have a gift for you. If you've been on this call the whole time, you've learned a lot, and now it's time for one more thing. So, the first person to email me at shannon@thisissyrup.com will receive my gift bag bundle that I always take with me when traveling, foolproof, eating for energy, on the road, on the go, there and back, in a cute bag too. But yeah, I want to make sure that you are ready for your trip, but you have to let me know now. I need you to email me like at this moment before the end of the day, because I need to send it out so you get it before your holiday. So Shannon@thisissyrup.com. I can't wait to give you what I love, and to fuel your travels. So thank you guys so much for being here with me today, dealing with my voice in the cold and all the images that just like didn't appear in this presentation. Here, this is what going live is all about. You just roll with it. Anyway, thank you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, doing whatever you're doing. Hopefully it's stuffing your face at one point. I cannot wait to do the same myself. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I can't wait to talk to you again soon.